East Coast Gear Supply, what I know East Coast Gear Supply, because I build a lot of axles, is exactly this. Chase a whole bunch of parts. Because yes, we talk about crate axles a lot. We talk about all the different parts to build a crate axle, but this is probably just as important to you, right? All the parts that you guys sell.
Yeah, we have transitioned to kind of 50-50 complete axles and parts, but you know, early on parts was our business and doing more repair and refurb and that sort of stuff before we got into manufacturing. So yes, absolutely a huge part of our business. I don't think people actually understand the vastness of the part support that we have. You know, we might not have every 9-inch race ratio ever made, super finished, all this stuff. But for me, it's like, we have all the stuff that guys like you would want, right?
Yeah.
The off-roaders, your Jeepers, or your Chevy truck, you know, general repair. That's really our niche, is that off-road general repair community. RCVs, ARBs, E-Lockers, spools, chromoly axle shafts. You know, you've got the super joints here, updated U-joints, yokes, forged yokes, just everything that you run into when you're in an off-road scene trying to build axles, the things that break. You know?
And I think one of the coolest things about East Coast is that you find a lot of, specifically a lot of sort of like warehouses, they'll have the brand, like they'll hold like one brand, but you aren't necessarily brand centric. You guys have, you know what works, and that's what you're keeping in stock, right? So you have a little bit from everybody.
Sure, yeah. We call it the rainbow shelves because of all the different color boxes. You know, when you look at Ring and Pinions, you know, we're gonna have Yukon, we're gonna have Dana, we're gonna have AAM, Motive, you know, Nitro still, because we bought their inventory. So I don't care who makes it, I care what the end result is going to be. We love the OE gears for general repair. Sometimes an OE gear can be $1,000 and it's not worth it. So we've got, you know, both. Hey, you can go OE or you can go aftermarket. We tailor to what is the best quality at the best price.
And you also have, you know, a perfect example here. We have Yukon Grizzly Locker, ARB Air Locker, Eaton E-Locker. So you're not sitting there saying, no, you have to run this locker because it's the one that I get the best deal on as a retailer.
Yeah, I mean, perfect example is that Grizzly Locker and say a Detroit Locker. We absolutely have both here at all times. You can decide based upon price, warranty, service. You can ask our opinion and we can give our opinion on, you know, if it was mine, this is what I would do.
And you guys also get that information because you've got a shop over there installing all this stuff. So you know, hey, the pattern on this gear set seems to set up a little bit easier for you versus this maybe lower price gear set type of thing. So
yeah,
you have all that knowledge in the back.
Yeah, there's one very specific example of a posit traction in the market. And there's two competing posit tractions, and one of them is newer in the last 2-3 years. And it's $150 less, and we put in hundreds of them and they've been perfect. And when people call, we're like, I mean, we have both. You can, you know, make the decision, but I can tell you in mine, I have the cheaper one. It's awesome.
And it works just great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if someone makes that decision to say, hey, I'm going to build my own junkyard axle, no matter what, you've got all the right parts for them.
Absolutely.
So there you go. If you need parts for your axle project or you need to repair your broken axle, East Coast Gear Supply has everything that you need with a true curated parts selection of everything that's perfect for your project.